We're good.
What's up, everybody? Shawn here with another Live to Roll Hive this week. This week we have another awesome, fun cooking show with Tom here. He's still getting a few things set up over there, trying to get his cam set up for the cook cam and everything. But
Yeah,
uh,
sorry for the
but yeah,
sorry for the
um,
under going on. But we're gonna get the cook cam set up in just a minute. It's my audio right now, so we're trying to keep it close. Um, what's up, everybody? Can you guys hear me? Okay.
yeah, your audio is good, I think. Hopefully the
All
audience
right.
agrees. But yeah,
I'm coming, Barbie. I'm trying to. I'm sorry. I'm scrambling today. I'm just not operating at 100%. So please forgive me, everybody. But we're making some tacos, maybe some nachos too. I got like ingredients for everything. We're just gonna go a little wild with some stuff. But before we get too far ahead of the game, Shawn, do you want to introduce yourself?
yeah, I know we kind of just skipped over the intro, I guess, huh? All right. Yeah, so my name is Shawn. I'm a C5, C6 quad from a snowboarding accident 18 years ago now. And yeah, Tom, I guess it's just me and you, so I'll pass it over to you, buddy.
So, yeah, I'm Tom Conaway, aka Chef Boyar Tom, at least today. And yeah, we're gonna be doing a little cooking demo. The initial plan was to have someone else on, maybe cooking along with me. We're still trying to get that in the works, but Shawn, I just was worried about facilitating it, too much going on, and the point is to kind of demonstrate some of this stuff. But we're working on implementing, bringing in some other chefs in the future and stuff. And again, apologies for my poor camera stuff going on.
can,
I don't know what's
can
going
I?
on with my internet today, but we're trying to work it out the best we can. So just bear with me, and hopefully the tech gods will start to work with us. But we're gonna be doing some white rice. I'm gonna get that started in just a minute. We're gonna be doing some chicken tacos, some street, and I got some avocado. We're gonna be chopping up some chicken. We're gonna be doing on the skillet, and yeah, we're just gonna be vibing. So Shawn, you're kind of the man behind the mix board. If I'm getting stuck on audio or if I need to like go back and repeat something or whatever, you tell me because I'm not going to be paying
Cool.
too close attention to the chat. But we're like I said, we're just going to work it out the best we can. Before we get started, we should probably shout out our sponsors, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and shout out our sponsors, Mobility Professionals, which is a mobility company here in Southern California. If you need any wheelchair, mobility device, shower chair, anything like that, they can help you out. They are awesome people, great customer service, and they can definitely help you out with anything you need. And then their sister company is Urology Professionals, which is a catheter company, and they are nationwide. So they're a national company. Anywhere in the country, if you are looking for catheter supplies, they can hook you up, and they make it really easy to switch it over. They will handle everything with your insurance, all the little pain in the ass paperwork stuff. They hook you up, take care of it, and they're, like I said, they're great people. We know them personally. They support the community, and they have great customer service. All the people in there are really nice. They'll will help you out. So yeah, thank you
Yeah,
guys.
mobility professionals for your rehabilitation equipment needs, and urology professionals for your catheter supplies, whatever they may be. They are awesome.
And
Um, so yeah, go
so
give them some love. Let them know Live to Roll sent you. Now I'm
and
going to set down the cook cam, and we're gonna get moving with some stuff. If my audio changes or anything like that, let me know. I'm gonna try to project my voice the best I can. Sorry, neighbors. They're gonna be like, "What the hell is going on?" Um,
yeah, it's cool, man. Just yell. There
Add
we
this a
go.
little closer, and we're gonna be moving, grooving. So I gotta get the rice started because that's gonna take like probably 30 or 40 minutes just to get good. So I'm gonna get moving with that. We got an avocado and an onion here. We're for sure gonna get to the avocado. Whether we dice that onion, TBD. It's gonna depend on the timing of all this. Maybe I should keep the phone over here for now, just for the audio. I'll just set it on the table.
Oh, you ended it actually. We gotta reconnect audio here real quick. Sorry, guys. Some technical difficulties here. That's what happens when you get two quads trying to run a whole show here. Especially with Tom doing everything over there on his own without any help. So, real quick while he's connecting, shout out some people in the chat. Andrew, what's up, man? Need your midnight snack. Cindy, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Mario, for sure, I will let you know about cooking sometime. We actually are trying to do more of the cooking stuff. So, thanks, Barbara. We're going to try to get the audio video going back again. And Quad Life, what's up, buddy? I know there was more up there too. Mark, what's up, man? My mom. Oh, here we go. Tom connecting back in here with the phone. All right.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're
I'm
good.
so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm gonna do my best, you guys. I'm just juggling a lot of stuff. And just not feeling the greatest right now, so might be a little janky, but we're gonna do our best. Plus, you gotta eat, no matter what, whether you're feeling bad or not. That's the thing. Now, in certain situations, I'm like, I'm gonna just go out. I'm gonna order in, get some takeout or something, which may be your best bet. But sometimes you gotta cook if you're not feeling that great. You gotta eat. Sometimes you're not feeling good because you need some food,
Yeah.
and that could be tricky. So we're gonna do some rice. We're just gonna get a little cup of rice here. So bear with me. I pour this bad boy. Now we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. Lose a few grains along the way. That's okay. That's why we have the cleaning lady come in after the show. As you hear the little grain of rice tinkle to the ground. Okay, so boiling water can be kind of scary. We talked about this last time with the hot soup that we were doing. Any kind of hot liquid and quads, can be dangerous. You have to be super careful. Modern day rice cookers are incredible marvels of technology that are super cheap. And seriously, like there's some incredible engineering that goes into, regular modern day rice cookers that you can get for, less than $10, from Walmart or something. So do yourself a favor and get yourself a rice cooker because they're really awesome.
Is that what you're going to be using right now?
Yeah, I'm going to show it off in just 1 second. I got my measuring cup. I'm just going to elevate, get to it. We got... Now, this is a cool measuring cup. It's hard for me to show you guys, but there's actually a way to look down at the top and see your measurements instead of looking at the side. As a quad, sometimes holding, especially if it's full of water, holding it up to look at your measurement can be tough. The fact that you can look down at it and still see your measurement is super cool, and something I never thought of until I saw it. So something to think about when you're buying your cooking tools. Now this is my rice cooker that we're talking about. I will show off a little closer when I get the cook cam over here. But we're just gonna pour the rice in. Bam. Still need the measuring cup for the water. Afterwards, we're gonna just set the lid down. Now, Let me take the audio with me because we're gonna adventure over to the sink. I gotta rinse off this rice because anybody that's made rice before knows you gotta rinse off the starch. I don't strain it or anything. I do just kind of the rinse and pour method. You guys are just gonna have to maybe use your imagination a little bit. Let me turn this so you can see. Now, just basically what it looks like. I'm gonna take this bowl right here, fill it up with water. Once I get enough to cover the rice, I just kind of swirl it around till I see the water get starchy. And then I just pour the excess water off. I don't tilt it all the way so I don't lose any rice. And then I just do that a couple times. Now, there may be some chefs out there being like, you don't strain your rice? I don't notice any difference in the taste if I do this a couple times. I don't know if anybody other, any other people do this method where you just kind of pour off the starchy water, but it seems to be effective for me. And I can't really officially like hold a strainer and pour the rice and do the whole thing. So I just found a method that works for me. And that's what this game is all about, is finding a method that works for you. Now,
Exactly.
you'll kind of be able to tell after 2 or 3 times, the rice will look nice and shiny. And the last time you do it, the water will be a lot less starchy after you kind of swirl it around. Pour the excess off one more time. And then bam, you're good to go. Now I'm going to put this back on my rice cooker.
Mario says he used the same method his mom taught him.
Yeah. Heck
So,
yeah. And now the next step is to get the right water measurement to cook this stuff. Now, anybody can look this up, but it's basically like 2 to 1. You have a cup of rice, you want 2 cups of water, and whatever the amount or quantity you want to cook it. Now, this is a 2 cup measuring cup. Super difficult for me to carry 2 cups of water. So I usually just split it up into 2 trips. That way I don't spill all over myself, which I still do quite often. But that's part of cooking, is getting messy. Now, transporting water, this isn't boiling or scalding hot. If I spill it on me, no biggie, right? I'm a little wet. The way that I do drive while I hold this, though, is I keep both hands on it, and then I use my elbow to navigate my joystick. Now, that's kind of like an advanced skill. You may need to practice a little bit to get that good, but you can get there. Now, I don't have any fine motor, meaning like I can't really grip at all with my hand. Yet I'm still holding 1 cup of water, um, pretty effectively with one hand. And it's full tenodesis. It's because there's a cool handle. You can kind of see the upward view from the cook cam. If Shawn wants to make that big, and you can just see like how my hand is holding it. I guess it's kind of hard to tell, but it's really like threaded in between a couple fingers and just hanging off my last 3 fingers. But it's enough of a purchase that I can, still move and groove and figure it out. Okay. Sorry for that awful audio, but we're good to go. We got the rice ready to go. And just give me 2 seconds to get this stuff started. Let me see if I can throw it off. Want to switch over to the cook cam real quick, dude?
Yep.
So here's the rice cooker. Got our rice, water. We're good to go. I have this thing plugged in to a power strip over here. Sorry for the
Yeah, it's a
sketchy
little
video.
laggy.
I don't know why it's so laggy. I have to turn the power strip on first before this thing will turn on, but as soon as the power strip is on, it should start cooking, and it'll just take not too long, 30 or 40 minutes for the stuff. Now, I'm gonna pick up the lid, just hook my fingers on the lid, and bang! And I don't have to do anything. The rice cooker is gonna cook it to perfection and then just keep it warm for me. So let me just get that started and then we'll move on to the chicken.
Nice, man.
FYI, odds are this is going to take me more than an hour today, you guys. So the show might be a little longer than usual, but that's okay.
It's just the real life length of how long it takes quads to do stuff. A lot of times, anybody in a chair, a lot of times it takes longer than everything. But I was gonna shout out Ben. Thanks for the super chat, bro. We appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for telling people to smash that like. You the man. Peter says he's got some ninja driving skills.
Heck yeah, man.
Mario as well is impressed with your driving skills. Oh, Olivia, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you too. You are awesome.
Okay, you guys. The rice is cooking. If y'all can see the little light on there.
Oh yeah. Let me switch over to the cook cam too.
Honey
Oops.
boy low on the mix board. I'm just kidding. All right, we're good. Next thing is chicken. We're all gonna do the funky chicken. Um, I gotta get some stuff out of the fridge because it's been keeping cool. So bear with me for a minute, you guys, while I grab this stuff. Let me do a belly check. Make sure I'm not showing off. Now,
That's gonna get some higher viewers, man. The belly view.
I know, man. Belly viewers. Olivia, big shout out to Olivia.
Yeah, thank you, Olivia.
Really appreciate the $20 super chat. I got to hang out with Olivia at the farmers market this last week here in SoCal, and we got to try some culinary delights, snack on some yummy churros.
Nice.
All right, you guys. And again, apologies if we're having any technical blunders. I don't know why my internet's laggy today, but hopefully I'm coming across okay to you guys.
The audio isn't choppy, so it's at least that's coming in.
All right. I should maybe turn this so you all can see
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any way you could angle that better?
the game. I can try. Okay. I
Nice.
think I showed this off last time. This is a big shout out to Papa Conaway and Mama Conaway and all the Conaways and everybody in my life that helps love and support me. But my dad really helped me like set up my apartment very effectively. My dad and my mom. But we were able to get this cool little end table, um, and it just happened to fit perfect in between my counter and this little closet area that was in my apartment. And we were able to put my fridge up on top of that to give me height and access. It's just like a, mini fridge, half fridge, whatever you want to call it. It's got a freezer and stuff in there, but it's just high enough that I can grab everything um, from my height. So it's just awesome. You just gotta think about stuff like that.
Yeah, bringing everything to your level helps so much.
You got a chicken. Just gonna grab the rest of the ingredients real quick.
And if you guys didn't know, that's a definite quad tool right there. You just sort of knock things down and then and drag them into your lap.
Exactly.
Uh, uh,
Let me get a little beverage too since I'm here.
see that that skills right there. You got to hit the box enough times to open it and then get a can to drop. Uh,
Okay, now I got a lap full of stuff. Give me a second to put down my seltzy. Lettuce, cheese, sour cream, salsa, and then the important stuff, the pollo, the chicken. You guys gotta bear with me for 1 second. I'm like struggling right now with some low blood pressure. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but just gonna have to hang with me for a second while I try to pull myself together. But this is real life, you guys. This is cooking as a quad. There are low moments, or there can be. And what do you do in those moments? You just try to work through. Pause. I got the rice going. Like I got a few minutes to chill and talk to you guys. A lot of the leaning, the back and forth. I don't know. The other thing that is going on is like I just haven't been feeling that great today. Like really like fatigue, low energy. But nonetheless, you still gotta eat, you still gotta function, you still gotta do stuff. So we're gonna power through. But I appreciate your guys' patience while I try to get it together. Now, one thing that I really have to do um, when it comes to doing this stuff is preparation, and I don't mean necessarily like food prep myself, but like just prep shopping and everything. Now, I shop smart. The stuff we're gonna be doing today is chicken I bought from the butcher at a supermarket here in California, Southern California. It's called Vallarta, and they're awesome. Now, any butcher will do this for you, but they have like chicken already chopped up and ready to go. They call it like chicken for tacos, and it's marinated. It's got veggies in it and stuff. It's got onions and peppers already in it, and it's literally ready to go, like ready to toss on the skillet, and you're good. So that's saves me an insurmountable amount of preparation that would be the really hard stuff for me. Sitting there chopping up the chicken, chopping up all the veggies and stuff. I'm able to just shop smart nowadays. and get usually what I need, eliminating a lot of the prep work. Similarly, with the veggies, and I didn't really go too veggie heavy, as like normally would do if like my sister was here. You know, we were cooking together. We probably go a little heavier on the fajitas and stuff, but veggie chopping is super hard for me. Now I love me some lettuce with my nachos and my tacos, so I got a bag of shredded romaine lettuce, um, because this is America, baby, and we can get it that way. So I just eliminate some of the work, by shopping smart and preparing. That bag of lettuce is comparable in cost to a head of lettuce that I'd have to sit there and try to figure out how to chop up. Um, and yeah, so we're gonna move over to the skillet. I'm gonna set up the cook cam. I'm starting to recover a little bit. I'm gonna open up a little seltzy. Shout out White Claw if you want to sponsor us.
I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Hey, we'll take them.
Hydration is key. Um, for cooking, and a little beverage, in terms of alcohol. Just might be the lubrication you need to get through to the end of the meal. So, never if that's your thing, maybe go for it. If it's not, no worries. I'm gonna take a little sip.
uh,
Sip,
oh man.
and we're good to go. If you have your beverage of choice out there, whatever it may be, don't hesitate to join on in. And let me move this camera. I'm gonna move the cook cam.
Peter asks if Ben wears something sexy, can he be your cooking helper?
Only if
Ben and Peter are so funny. You guys are awesome in the chat. What's up?
only So just a little rice update.
Oh, sorry.
We're
Other cam. Other cam. There we go.
we're boiling. We're not boiling. We're simmering, but we got some action going on in the rice cooker. So that's bueno. And we're gonna see if we can get this skillet action going. Okay, you guys. Now, are we good? Should maybe try to scoot back a little further. I gotta stop trying to be a perfectionist with this stuff and just go for it.
Uh, yeah, I think for today, especially with the technical issues and you not feeling good, man, just
Yeah, we're gonna do our best. Um, Now, rice cooker, don't spit any hot water on my pretty iPhone 12. All right, you guys. Let me grab my chicken, and we got this. Let's go.
thanks, Amber. She says we're killing it tonight. Tom is for sure.
Oh, Shawn is too, dude. Shawn's always killing the game. I mean, honestly, the magic of the show wouldn't be happening without her man, Shawn. So big.
For sure, man.
And
Uh,
I don't keep a lot of food in my fridge. Why? Because it'll go bad if I do. Um, I shop kind of for what I need. Try to like plan out a couple days at least, make like the trip to the store worth it. But one thing that I wanted to talk about a little today that we didn't really touch on last time was shopping. How the heck do you quads or pairs at the grocery store? How do you carry all your stuff? Um, how do you get home once you have all your stuff bagged up?
Oh shoot! Hold on 1 second. I
What?
don't have those pictures ready, but keep talking. Go.
Dude, I didn't have time to email them
Oh,
to
you
you
didn't.
before. No,
Okay.
man. Get them to you before the end of the show. But that was just again my bad. Scrambling. Um, Bam!
Oh,
Marinated chicken, ready to go. Let's go. Thank you, Violetas. This stuff is like magic. It's so yummy. Um, Now, slow and steady wins the race, as they say. In this instance, we're the turtle, not the hare. So we're gonna practice patience and just go slow. Um, you're not racing anybody except maybe your stomach. Generally, and I'm gonna act that way. Chicken is icky raw, so you want to be careful. Make sure to wash your hands and stuff, and not have any cross contamination. I'm a face toucher, but I'm gonna try to be real careful. Um, Make sure I don't be doing that so I can get my hands clean. And I just tossed. The pan isn't hot yet. I haven't turned anything on. I just tossed the bag in the skillet and lift it up from the bottom. And boom. There we go. Didn't even touch the stuff. I can throw this away real quick. And we're good to go. Now, I'm elevated. My chair is elevated. So that's why I'm moving like a snail. I have to be elevated in order to have advantage over my kitchen stuff. Bam! There's my chicken. Now it's all minced and diced and ready to go. 4 tacos already because I shopped smart and I got it that way. This is straight from the butcher. Now, I've never known a rude butcher in my life. So even if you're at a store that has a butcher, but maybe they don't have it prepared like this, I know for a fact you could probably ask them to mince it up for you, and they'd probably be more than happy to, and sell you for whatever it costs otherwise. But certain instances, use your voice. Don't forget you got it. It's okay to ask for some help if it means just saving some time and preparation later. Now, we got this skillet going. It's on. I'm going to get my little spoon so I can stir this stuff up. And we're moving and grooving. Slowly but surely. Sorry if I'm not paying
okay.
attention to the chat.
No, you're
I
good. I'm
just
watching too. We did have Quad Life asked if we're using Instacart for the grocery store, but I think Tom actually goes to the store. Like Varta is a smaller market, so I don't think they do Instacart and stuff.
Postmate like shop on Vallarta. The only
Oh,
reason I
okay.
know that I saw the sign in there today. But also, uh, that's a really awesome advantage for the share. Um, Again, I call it a pandemic perk. That stuff like that kind of got more mainstream because it can be super useful for someone in our situation.
Yeah, no, those things are extremely helpful. Makes it a lot easier.
Just bear with me for a second, you guys. Just got to get a utensil.
We're good. Quad Life also asked me for some exercise concepts for cardio. Yeah, we'll try to do some of that stuff on here. The reason why we haven't done a lot of exercise stuff is because both Bobby and I are like fitness coaches for two different websites. So we do different stuff, and that's why I haven't promoted as much on here for my workout stuff here.
Um,
But
and
t-
Shawn and Bobby are going to coach me for an hour. And it's beach body prep.
that's right.
We're
It's almost gonna be summer, bro. We got to start working on the beach pots.
gotta get those beach spots going. Spring sprung, so we gotta be ready. Um, okay, my chicken's cooking. I got my wooden spoon right here. Bam, bam, bam. So I can serve the stuff around. And what I was saying about Instacart, my girlfriend uses Instacart, and stuff like that a lot. They're great. They're really awesome. Especially if going to the store is hard for you. Um, I would argue like shopping in quantity is hard for me, but that's kind of why I stick to lower quantity of food. Um, Meaning I'll shop for a couple days instead of a couple weeks because it's easier for me to manage. And the way that I do it is I literally just throw my stuff on my lap, and I kind of stack it until I get out to the cashier, and then I'll have them help me bag it up, and then I'll hang the bags from my chair. I'll hang usually like one on my side rest right here, maybe hang one off my controller, or have the bagger person hang one on the back of my chair for me, and that'll usually do it. Now, also fair warning, I cook in a tiny apartment. Sometimes the fire alarm starts to go off while I'm cooking. You might have to mute us or mute me, Shawn, if that's the case. It
Okay.
won't stay on. It go off like for a brief period of time.
Okay.
So don't call 911 anybody. Like everything should.
Does that happen regularly then? That's just
Yeah,
like
it's just
a normal occurrence?
because I'm.
Yo, what's up, dude? I don't know what happened there. That was my internet. Maybe my internet was the issue and not yours. It looks better now.
Okay. Yeah. Let me reconnect the laptop cam, and I'll
Sorry,
be right back.
everybody. Apologize for that brief delay and gap there, but we're back. I guess I don't know. Yeah, like we were saying, we have some technical issues today, um, and apparently part of that was my internet. So we'll get it going here. Uh, Mario, before the break happened, we were talking about the beach body, and he said he's got the body of a beach whale. Does that count? I think so. All right, here we go. We got Tom's other cam here.
Oh
I got it.
no! You.
No, I don't. Okay, good now. All right, sorry about that, guys. And it looks like our stream quality is a little bit better now. So, hey,
Yeah, super sorry about that, everybody. I don't know. That's automatically mute, and we're working with two cameras in the same room, so feedback's a reality.
yeah, that's the one hard thing about the stream stuff. If you guys didn't know, yeah, having two audio devices in the same room is hard. All right, Andrew, it's better than your internet in the hospital. I'm probably is, man. Sorry, you're still in there, bro. All right, let's go over cook cam. Yeah, that's way better internet now.
Just kind of going slow. It's just a little mushed together, so I'm breaking it up. Um, Let me get that back on the heat. Crank it up a little bit. Get it going, get it nice and hot. The other thing we were talking about before the internet failed me was shopping, how to do it. I think Instacart could be a great choice for a lot of people. In my situation, I don't know. Like I grew up, my dad would like usually pick us up after school, and like we'd go shopping for like dinner that night, and it was always a ton of fun. Kind of shopping for your meal, and just like it was like a little ritual we'd always do. And there's something about going to the store that I really enjoy. Shopping around, getting ideas for different food and stuff, and yeah, so I'm kind of partial to the shopping experience. That's definitely not the norm. Uh, I mean, I don't know if it is. It might be, but from what I've heard, not everybody is like that. So in that instance, if you can afford it, Instacart can be great. Especially nowadays, it can be a lot more affordable. Post pandemic, or the small extra cost you might end up paying. It's just worth it for the convenience of having someone do the shopping for you and deliver it to your door, and you can just do it all on your phone or your computer. So big fans of either. I've honestly personally never Instacarted myself, but like I said, I know several people that do regularly. I'm just more partial to the shopping experience myself, so that's what I kind of tend to do.
Yeah,
And
Black Olive Olivia said that if she can't carry it, she don't buy it. Stop and select this stuff, just basically whatever she could fit on the lap too.
I mean, I get crazy. The thing that I always have a hard time with is like hydration. So buying like packs of sparkling water or just water bottles or anything, just because so heavy, so big. Carrying one home, a pack of those, 12 pack, 24 pack, can be next to impossible, if not impossible. I'll usually have my caregiver pick up water for me. When she goes shopping, I'll have her, get like a 24 pack of the brand I like. I did bring home like a 12 pack of LaCroix the other day, and I just stuck the box between my feet and was able to roll home, like that. But today, like I had, two grocery bags worth of groceries. And it was like a 2.5 mile roll home. So I had to be conscious of, the amount that I was bringing back in order to like make it safely and not have any issues, transporting my stuff. Um, but that's just the nature of it. You just got to plan for it. And it's never a bad idea to have a shopping buddy.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm sure that.
you shopping with that can help you out. Um,
Yeah, that's what Mario was saying. If he'll usually ask a shopper near him if he can't reach something, but that
oh,
using
I would.
Tom's elbow grip.
Yeah, that's my one hand technique. I could lean over and grab it with two, but in order to not lean over, I can sometimes be dexterous enough with my elbow grip. But it's pretty general
Uh,
movements. Holding it that way. The other thing that I can do, which is uh, the chef move, is grab the handle. And pardon your ears if you hear some metal scraping. But you just now,
that looks a little
uh,
sketchy.
but it you guys can't see the contents of the pan. But what it did is like it moved the chicken. It flipped some
Oh,
of it over, so the stuff at the bottom, kind of came to the top, and it just like is a way for me to mix the contents inside the pan, and I don't have to sit there and stir it. Um, but you got to be careful. If there's too much liquid in here, definitely you don't want to, burn yourself or anything. If there's just too many contents, but also this is a pretty deep saucepan that I'm using, and that's on purpose so that I can do things like that um, without having to worry about my stuff spilling. and you know,
Nice.
give it a little, give it a little egg roll. You know, give it a little bam, give it a little shake.
And that handle doesn't get hot at all. It's a good. It's a pan. It's
No,
a
the handle's
quality.
not hot. Yeah,
Nice.
the handle's not hot at all. Let me see if I can show off the contents. By the way, our rice is done. It's just on warm. I'm just gonna leave that on warm so it stays good for me until I'm ready to use it. Let me grab this just to show everything off. Hi. Nobody freeze the video on that. So rice is done. Um, I take the lid off right now, but hands are busy. But you see it's warming, so it's good to go. We got our tortillas and chips right here. We're gonna get to in a few. The my phone holder, my grits box. We're not doing breakfast this time, but future episodes, stay tuned. And yeah, here's the contents of the chicken. We're bubbling, we're sizzling. I could probably turn it up and get it going a little hotter, but I'm not trying to rush through this or burn my stuff. Um, so I may turn it up a little bit, but the big thing that I'm really trying to ensure here is that this chicken doesn't start to stick too bad to the bottom. Um, just keep it moving for a few until it starts to get a little bit more done. And bam. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you guys want to see anything, cooked in the future, anything, let me know. Let us know. We'll either
Yeah.
find someone, do a demo, um, or I'll figure it out and demo it up for you guys. Um, but we're cooking. I'm gonna roll up the sleeves. Good stuff is getting serious.
Yeah. There's some sizzling, splashing going on over there.
Got some sizzling. You guys can see it. You're wondering
So
what I'm
it's
doing? Break up the clumpy bits. If like some of the chicken is just sticking together with the veggies and stuff, just trying to separate it all so it all gets to cook evenly.
Barbara wants to see your recipe for shrimp bacon cheese grits, which
Oh, I'm gonna have to get that from Barbie and run it back to you guys because that was her specialty that day. That and I need to talk to Laura and get her chili recipe, but I don't know if I can publicly share that recipe because it's too good. If it got out to the world, it might disrupt the chili game. Um, and it's okay to be selfish certain recipes, but keep going. I'm gonna leave that. Actually, just leave this for a second. We'll try to multitask a little. Kill two birds with one stone here. One of the biggest things nobody likes to eat tacos or any kind of nachos, Mexican food without some yummy salsa. Um, Now the question is, how the hell do you get a bottle of salsa open if you don't have anybody around, and if you're quadriplegic and you don't have any fine motor control? What the heck do you do? Let me tell you, I may fail. I'm not successful at this with every jar that I try to open. But here's my trick. And it uses physics a little bit and some ingenuity. Kind of get paranoid about this chicken. Just bear with me for a second. Okay.
Did you turn the burner off, or did you turn it
I
down?
just turned it a little bit. I set like just like super high to get it moving along a little bit, but now I'm kind of afraid if I'm gonna burn the bottom. Grabbing utensil.
Menus. Tom's making some tacos and some nachos. What's up, Tom? You cut out a little.
Hang on one sec. All right. Now I got some Herdays. Pardon my pronunciation. Uh, and so just some guacamole salsa. Because I would be loving my avocados. Um, Now this is an unopened jar and it's been canned, so meaning like it's like fully sealed. Um, I could just try to open it, uh, and I got it. I don't know
Nice.
how. The way that I did that is I just used some leverage. I put my hand on the bottom of the salsa, and I push my hand against the top. Now I'm not squeezing at all. The resistance I'm just getting from friction of pressure putting that on my hand, and then I just twist. And I even use my chin sometimes to add extra torque and like leverage. Now, sometimes, as most able-bodied people know as well, um, uh, canned salsa and stuff can be just really, really solid, depending on the vacuum and the canning effectiveness. What I do in that instance is just like a physics trick. It's usually the vacuum that's like a super, super tight seal. Getting enough torque and pressure to overcome that can be tough, but you don't need to twist it to break that seal. What I'll usually do in that instance is I'll take a butter knife and I'll shove it up under the edge of the lid, and I'll just pry it. And I'm careful with how I pry. I pry just enough until you hear that little pop, and you know that the canning seal has been broken. And then usually the lid is still not misshapen enough that you can just twist it off and you're good to go. And the resistance is. Um, I'll make a video on that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, but breaking that seal is usually the name of the game. The canning seal, and as far as getting it off of it, muscle skills, practice. You gotta practice. But it really is about leverage, torque, and the right positioning. So be mindful. But there you go.
And getting your hand to stick to, if the jar is slippery, you might need a little moisture or a little less, or something.
Or
Just
washcloth.
or
Use
washcloth helps. Yeah, put in your shirt, washcloth, something.
tricks like you see people do, like smacking on the counter or whatever,
Yeah, on the table.
with the butter knife to break the seal. But you're just trying to break the seal on the can jar to eliminate the vacuum and allow for an easier turn. Now let's check back in on my chicken. Things are good. Still steaming and bubbling and sizzling, as you can probably tell. Um, I do apologize if my audio got a little quiet. I keep forgetting that it's coming through the phone. So um, if I get quiet when I move away, Shawn, just remind me.
Yeah, dude, no worries. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too quiet. But, but yeah, it is a little better, cleaner when you're back. There you go. You can see that sauce splashing up there.
Yeah, well, what it does is it goes up against the back, and then when I like move it forward, it kind of flips it and like throws it back towards the center of the pan. I mean, anybody that cooks, like, seen like a cooking show knows, like you see someone with
Yeah.
the skill back and forth, and their stuff's like, whoosh, whoosh. That's what I'm doing, but just the quad version. It doesn't look fancy. I'm going full because I don't want to burn myself or like make a mess.
Yeah, dude. Now that's pretty impressive for the quads style. That's good.
Okay, this is still cooking. So next we're going to an avocado. I'm gonna keep an eye
This
on it.
this is an impressive skill I've actually witnessed in person from Tom, and I was very impressed with this, with his knife skills.
Be careful if you try this at home. One of that we talked about last time is now I'm gonna build this up.
Here, let me go to. Little sip. uh,
Avocado is probably my second favorite food after potatoes. Um, and so I'll be eating my avocados all the time. And I live out here in California. We get them all year long. We get the best avocados in the whole world. I'm so lucky. I don't know how. But I love eating some avocados. So I started running into many instances where I wanted an avocado, but I didn't have many around. And I'm going to show you guys. Um, I got a quad knife. This isn't any kind of um, adaptive knife. You could theoretically do this with an adaptive knife, which I want to get my hands on one to try to demonstrate because it might be a little bit safer than my method with this, just because it deals with handling a little bit. Now, this is super dull. It's not going to cut me. I'm not going to really stab myself with it or anything. It would be pretty hard too, but that's I'm not sitting here with super fine cutlery, trying to impress Gordon Ramsay because it's more dangerous in my instance. So let me check the chicken real quick, and then we'll cut in this avocado.
oh,
All right, we're still good on the chicken. It's on its way. I'm not too worried about my clothes in this instance because I'm not dressed no press right now, or have anywhere I can go later. Uh, so I just don't really care if I get a little bit of food on my clothes. you're trying to do this stuff, be mindful. That usually happens. I usually get some avocado on my clothes, just a little bit, here and there. Sometimes what I do to combat that is I just like throw a towel on my lap, like over, the front of myself, like little mini apron. I need to get an apron, like someone said earlier, because that'll definitely help a little bit. But if like things get a little messy on my clothes, I guess okay. That's why I got laundry. But we got
Nice,
avocado.
man.
Um, you can get mini avocados. Hang on, someone's knocking at my door. I think it's my caregiver. Hey, can
Oh,
you switch
all
the?
right. Yeah. Uh, all right, guys. This is you know, real life here.
Hey, Lynn.
Want you want to get your own set up?
Do you want to just drop that off and just set it in here in the sink, and I'll be good for today. I'm about to do the cleanup myself. Okay. Thank you, Lynn. I'll catch you later. Okay. Okay. Um, this is kind of the time my caregiver usually comes, like 4 and 5. Uh, I have some water bottles. She's just bring me some water. And my intention was to have her stay and help me clean up afterwards because that's usually kind of how I try to plan it. But she texted me and said she had something going on this evening and wasn't able to stay later. So I'm gonna just rock it myself, baby.
Oh man.
And it's not that big a deal. I'm wearing, but the cleanup could take 30, 45 minutes afterwards. I might have some help though, so we'll see.
Yeah, man. Hopefully.
Before we
But
get to this, sorry the interruption, but if anybody's wondering, we are live, baby.
yeah, we're doing it live.
Okay, so a lot of the liquids cooked off, meaning like we're starting to cook the meat. So it's gonna have to pay close attention to this, make sure I don't burn anything. But let's see if I can get the avocado started real quick. All right, avocado time. Um, First thing you gotta do is half it. Halve it. You cut it in half. Um,
And just if you don't try this at home unless you you know just disclaimer, live thrilled did not tell you to go handle knives if you're a quad. Tom has some mad skills, he's
or
advanced.
home and make sure you're super safe and careful. And
Yeah,
if you
just
help, we're not liable because disclaimer, we're putting it right here on the video. Shawn and Tom and any literal affiliates are not responsible for any injury or damage done in this cooking exterior. All right.
uh
Um,
yeah.
if I hold a knife, it's kind of like a psycho, like I'm gonna stab someone. I hold it like facing away from me, and blade going inside. I have the avocado on the inside of my other palm. I have to hold it against myself because uh, I just don't have enough strength in that arm to hold the avocado up. But that's because I know what I'm doing. And what I do is I just push the blade. I kind of like chalk it against myself, like my shoulder, and I just push the flat, like the long side of the blade, into the artichoke, or not artichoke, avocado.
Yeah.
And then I just turn the avocado. I don't move the knife really. I hold the knife, but I just turn the avocado, and the pit acts as a guide. And if it's ripe, you can honestly just spin it around. Super easy. And then a little leverage, pull the knife out, just set it on my lap, and we have a halved avocado. Um,
Nice.
we're only gonna use half of it right now. A cool tip for anybody. This is just a cooking tip, not a quad tip. If you are planning on eating the other half of your avocado right away, leave the pit in it, and that side will stay green and fresh for like 8, 12 hours, especially if you put it in the refrigerator. And you'll be able to eat it later. Meaning you don't have to like try to smog on a whole avocado right now, but that's what I'm about to do. Now, the next step of this is cutting the meat of the avocado, the good stuff on the inside, and then scrape it out onto. Now
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
try
is where, if you
French
thought that was impressive,
real quick, and then we're gonna do that.
uh,
Um, let me elevate my chair. Bear with me for a second, you guys.
all that squeaking and creaking.
Yep, all squeaking and creaking. You guys hear? Play? Just a little mild AD. No worries.
Oh man, bro.
It's that quad life, baby. I drank a cup of coffee right before we got started, and I got kind of dysreflexic right before the show. So, of course, as soon as you are done being dysreflexic, your nose is like a faucet usually.
Yeah, no, yeah, the AD will definitely do that. Oh, nice flip on that one. There you go. Oh, nice. Those are some impressive ones. You actually saw it come over.
Um, well, it's just starting to get a little bit more solid.
Mar-
It's losing some of the water weight, so it's flipping a little easier. The chicken's kind of rolling around on top of each other, and yeah, I mean, honestly, it's patience and persistence. There's not like anything super technical about this, but it just takes time. I have my burner set to medium high because I'm not trying to like cook this too quick. Because what'll happen is it'll just outpace me. I won't be able to prepare enough of my other stuff in time. I'll have cold chicken by the time I get to all the rest of it, or I'll burn it because I try to cook it too fast and I'm not just quick enough to get over here and do my thing. I'll end up with some burnt chicken, which happens, from time to time. Like that's the nature of the beast. Especially when you're learning, like you're not going to be good at this stuff at first. In fact, I've been doing it for a while and I still suck at times. But I've gotten better, got some skills over the years. A lot of credit goes to my family. Like it was a big pastime for us kids to just be in the kitchen with my mom and dad, cooking growing up. And, they'd always stick me as like a sous on something, meaning like I'd be sitting there chopping something up, or, at the very least, I'd be hanging out, controlling the music while my mom and dad are in the kitchen or out barbecuing or something. And I'm just watching, absorbing all this, trying to take as much of it in as possible. So I'm very lucky in that I had a blessed environment growing up to expose me to cooking and stuff, but also the number one chef I know, sorry, Dad, but I gotta say it, is my sister M, my number one chef extraordinaire in the world. She's lives here in LA near me and is over here pretty often helping me meal prep, cooking together, hanging out and stuff. So I get to cook with her a lot. I get to watch her cook a lot. And, a lot of the stuff that she does, we like kind of do figure out, troubleshoot how I can do some of it here in my on my own as well, because she's only able to come here usually once a week or once every 2 weeks, or 3 weeks if she's crazy busy. And I still got to eat and prepare my food in the interim. So big shout out to the people that have enabled me for success and have taught me and helped me learn a lot of this stuff along the way because it just didn't come overnight. And there was definitely some support so that I could be in here doing it by myself because you can't really at the start. You shouldn't. You know, for one, if you run into an issue, your meal hopefully isn't lost, or you don't have to just stop because someone will be there to help you. Or uh, if you do get stuck, if you're struggling or having a hard time, it's okay. It's okay to have someone on your team there helping you out, being able to step in. I used to do a lot of this stuff with family and people around, but um, I would still try it. I would still cook and try even though I didn't have to. I wanted to because I had aspirations of this. Living on my own and being able to do it on my own one day. So you got to start somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because some of the chicken's starting to stick. I'm gonna take my spoon. Gonna hopefully not send the pan spinning. And take care of some of this on the bottom.
What's up, Rachel and Mario too? Just shouting the chat out.
What
And
up?
Wong, but everybody really. But
Rachel, hope you get your wheelchair fixed. I've been following along your story on Instagram with the cracked frame, and I can relate. My manual chair has a cracked frame too, and thankfully I have my power chair to rely on. But I hope something's able to come through quick and be able to get that taken care of. Because when your legs are not in operation, sorry for your ears, you guys. It's just the nature of the beast.
I tried to turn it down on that one for just a little, like while you were doing it for a second.
I next time, dude.
Nah, it's all good, man. I think
Okay.
people.
Yeah, cut this avocado real quick.
Yeah, dude, let's see this, man. Because I'm telling you, this is still one of the most impressive quad skills I've ever seen.
Yeah, hard part. The hard part is cutting it in half. The inside is so soft. You kind of just have to let the knife fall through, kind of like warm butter. And I mean, anybody that's ever cut an avocado, you just want to go in um, the grid pattern. I just go in lines, create little slices. And sorry if this is hard to see, you guys. Um, I am. I don't know. It sounds crazy. Like I'm cutting towards myself, and I'm not really working on cutting myself with this big dull knife. But if you're using a sharper knife, you may want to do this on a surface. So I go long ways, and I like my avocado in little pieces, so that I'll turn it sideways and go across again. Okay. We got a chopped avocado. It's kind of hard to tell, but now that it's all chopped, it's super easy. Let me check the chicken first. Now you just take a spoon and you scoop it out of there, and you're good to go. Like it's all done.
Nice, man. That's pretty. Yeah, it's. Uh,
Yeah, just comment. And she's definitely familiar with this story because I've done it on more than one occasion where I've done all this. Meaning, like, I went to the store, came back, prepped the food, cooked the food, like, like taking it out of the oven or off the skillet and dropped all of it on the floor, like right at the end. And I don't know really what to say about that. It's hard. Like, and when I say it's hard, like, I'm not ashamed to admit, like, it's brought me to tears before. Like, I've, like, just spent hours trying to do this task, and then to get to the very end and lose it all. Like, it's really hard. It can be pretty discouraging. Now, in that instance, I'd say cut your losses and order some food and make it easier on yourself. Uh, but don't give up. Try again because we don't have a choice. It is what it is. That's the nature of it. I've seen my dad drop a pie pulling it out of the oven, and like ABs face the same kind of hardship and struggle we do on occasion. Maybe less so, but nonetheless, uh, everybody be out here doing their thing. Sorry, I should have warned you for the audio, man.
cool.
Okay. Almost done, you guys. I'll show you the progress in just a second. The chicken is getting there, baby.
Heck yeah, man. Uh,
And we're already at 5 o'clock, and we still got some tortillas to prepare, tacos to build. So it's gonna be a long episode today. I hope you guys don't mind sticking with it. I'm gonna try to go as fast as I can to get through some of these later steps. But again, you cannot rush some stuff, and unfortunately, this is one of them. The minute I try to cut corners, um, I usually mess up, and it ends up costing me. But
yeah, man. Usually you can't half-ass it. You just gotta do
whole ass it or don't
a
ass
whole.
it at all.
That's right. Uh,
Okay, we're getting there, you guys. And now it might seem like it's taking a little longer to cook chicken, especially like diced up chicken like this for tacos. That's kind of on purpose. I'm not cooking it super hot, super fast because I can't. It takes me time, and the nature of it. So if any of you are out there like, damn, Tom, why is it taking you so long to cook some chicken, like a pounded chicken on the skillet? You could probably turn up the temp and get to the desired, uh, you know, place faster, but not me. And that's okay.
yeah, it's hard. You don't want to burn it. You got to make sure you got to do your other stuff in between. So that's that stuff that it takes some time to like develop as as you're learning to cook as a quad or para or whatever. You got to time manage a little differently, maybe.
This is where I need the head cam too, and Shawn and I are gonna work on that because I want to give you guys
Yeah.
like the POV of how I'm doing all this. But that can be an issue with cooking, especially timing. What if the quality of the food is dependent on the speed and temperature in which you cook it at, and you're not really able to alter the process to, accommodate for yourself? Well, you may want to avoid those dishes, or sort of practice and the system comes into play. And, uh, it's tough. It's tough sometimes. Because I'll try to cook something and it'll turn out shitty, and I'll know it's because I took I cooked it slower than I should have, or modified some process to make it a little easier on myself. And that's just part of learning how to cook too. Um, but I try to shop smart, try to eat smart, um, do things within my wheelhouse, and that still can be really extensive, you guys.
Yeah, man. It's it's tough
May
to
want
learn and stuff, man. This is some high level quad skills for sure.
may want to turn the audio down a little bit.
Oh, all right. Let me get to it.
Okay, so there it is, you guys. It's almost done. Not quite, but we're getting there. It's close. Chicken's something you really don't want to mess with. Hopefully, y'all know that. Poultry is not one to undercook. Now, I'm not trying to burn the stuff, but I do want to make sure that all of it's cooked through in order to keep my tummy happy and healthy.
Yeah.
And this is finishing up. Let me go scoop this avocado real quick. And it may not seem like much. You want to hopefully a good way to burn some calories. It's gonna be.
Yeah, no, it's work, man. You get you even just the back and forth, picking stuff up, all the little tedious stuff. It gets hard.
Yeah,
Doing
the
that small
ABS.
stuff.
Let me get a plate. And get this. So I got my avocado. Ah! I just got my spoon. Give me 1 second.
That's it, man. This is the real life quad. We were actually talking before the show about how much shit we've been dropping lately.
Oh, today I've dropped it. I got touched. And I've like started the show like, oh,
That right there is a little workout, man.
oh yeah. What starts to happen though is, as soon as the moisture's gone, um, the chicken can just start to stick to the bottom of the pan a little bit as it gets fully done. And the name of the game for me is trying to keep that from happening. And we got this, I think. If I don't push the
Moogie in
pan
the chat.
too far
We
away.
got Moogie in the chat said that he doesn't even bother using a plate. He just eats right off the stove where he's cooking.
I mean, I'm going to build some tacos, and I'm not going to eat all this chicken tonight, so I'm going to have to Tupperware it. But you bet your sweet booty I do that sometimes too. Plus, it's just making later, unless you got some paper plate action.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I have to keep readjusting is because I only have a certain angle on this, and I don't want to burn myself. That's like honestly number one task during this whole process. Outside of coming out with some edible food at the end, is just don't burn myself because I don't have the weeks of time to, you know, deal with healing and burn.
Yeah,
Nor,
man.
but this whole underside of my arm, that I generally kind of keep close to the burner is fully paralyzed, meaning like I don't have any sensation where you can see there, and that can be super dangerous cooking, at least for me. That's where a majority of my burns cooking have come about, and I know more than one quad who's burned themselves like that. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
not me. Okay. Now my burner's uneven. Not to like add insult to injury, but I'm working in a kitchenette here. Not working out of, maybe a proper kitchen unit, which may be to my advantage to end up.
Tom, you got a little.
Sorry if my nose is running, you guys. It's so gross. Ugh. Yeah, don't lose the pan. Now that's almost done. Sorry for the mokies, you guys. That AD is for real.
Yeah, man, it affects everything. It's crazy.
Hello. Let me grab a paper towel real quick.
Oh, and Rachel, yeah, dropping stuff sucks, and I'm so glad you got your chair fixed. I saw that on Instagram that you did get some help from our community, which shout out to the disability community. Uh, we're always trying to be here for each other, I think. So, and yeah, well, dude, that is a serious workout, bro. Anytime you're doing stuff like, especially trying to fix little tedious stuff, like it's a hell of a workout. Like if you're doing something for a full hour, trying to do small little tasks, like it actually is pretty hard. It can be exhausting.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, oh no.
ADL's activities of daily living can constitute a lot of your energy every day, especially if you're taking a lot of your independence on yourself. It's just, the reality. If I don't have my care one day and I get up and I get dressed and, I do the whole deal, it's sitting there a couple hours of constant body movement. And I'm lifting, 50-pound weights known as my legs, like for a majority of that time. And then, moving my, 155-pound frame around in a significant way. And, let me tell you, like, on mornings after that, I'm just like, ah, I'm too tired to do anything. I need to just chill day. But, that's not always the case. Um, but I think it's something to give yourself credit for, be aware of, is that we got to do a lot of shit that other people don't. Especially if you're taking initiative with your independence. The amount of work, the amount of time it takes for us to do the same tasks as everybody else is not the same. So being aware and giving yourself credit for that is important. So don't forget it.
For sure, man. Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's pretty much done. Let me show you what we're working with. Don't worry, no more buggers. Sorry about that. That's where I'm not sick with the vid. Okay. Ooh, we got our chicken. It's still sizzling. I'm gonna just leave it on low for a minute while we get this avocado ready and stuff. And in a minute, I'm gonna push it onto the back burner. Leave that be for a second to cool down while we heat up our tortillas. And yeah, so let me think about what we're doing next. Um, let me get the tortillas and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. That's okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna move this to the back burner for now, which is off. So that's done cooking. I'm gonna grab my other skillet. I got the big spatula. Wasn't sure if I needed it. I used a wooden spoon today, but just wanted to be prepared. What I did, um, baby pan. It's about the size of my face. Uh,
Nice.
the other the other one we're working with is probably 1.5 pounds faces. But we're just doing a couple corn tortillas. Okay, Shawn is going to entertain you for 1 second. I'm going to turn on the air conditioner.
All right, cool. Uh, Shout out Moogie's talking about here. Might consider wearing a face shield when cooking on the stove, worrying about grease spatter and boiling water popping up. Which, I mean, if you're leaning over the stove, that could be an issue, I guess, from a chair position.
Um, Not gonna lie, it happens. I've had a little splashback. Um, Nothing major, but totally. Any protective stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's never a bad idea to use protective stuff. But again, it comes back to if you're doing it on your own, can you get it out on your own? Can you put it on your own? Extra steps and stuff.
I'm just reading the chat. I moved away from my audio source, so if I get quiet, that's why. Let me know. I do have my air conditioner on now.
You're okay for now still.
The tortillas I got are handmade at Vallarta. They're the best. I went with corn tortillas because I like 3 times. Plus, they're easier for me to like pick up and handle. Um, just a little twist tie. Um, I'm obviously not going to eat 24. That sounds. So, I'll just twist it back up at the end of the night or at the end of my meal and toss them in the fridge and enjoy the leftovers over the next couple days or whatever. Damn. How do I twist this back up? Um, I just tuck it in between my thumb and my ring finger in that little like spot. I let it hang. Usually the friction from the plastic is enough purchase to keep it in place. And then I'll use my bottom hand to spin it.
Nice.
I'm not really gripping at all at the top outside of like normal tenodesis, but like I said, if you stick it really like in, between your thumb and your ring finger right there, or your index, I mean, um, the plastic is usually enough friction to keep it in place. And then I'm not going to twist tie it right now. I'm going to fold the twisted end and just make sure to set the tortillas down on top of that, and it'll just kind of keep it tight until I'm ready to twist it back up. Or if I have like a bag clip, sometimes I'll just put a bag clip on there, and that'll generally, do the trick. So leave the twist side there. We got 3 corn tortillas. We're gonna get these bad boys on the skillet. Now again, this is some advanced squad stuff. Be careful. I'm gonna show you how I do it because I honestly don't really know any other way. Uh, but I just, I'll show you. Let's head on over to the cook can. I'm sorry, mom and dad. Maybe you don't watch
uh,
before I just give me 1 second. You can just stay on the cook cam. John, just give me 1 second.
all right, cool. Peter fell out of his bed last week and just cleaned out under his bed while he was waiting for help. That's way to use that time productively.
Oh, I
All
almost
right.
the other. I got a really bad spasm right as I was transferring out of my chair, and it was up late. It was like 2:30 in the morning or something. And I went to transfer, and both my legs kicked out straight and spasmed hardcore, and my butt was kind of close to the edge of my seat, and it just shot my torso back, and my legs were kicking straight. I'm like, oh my god, do not slip out of your chair right now. Holy shit. But I didn't. I was able to scoot back. It's good to go.
Nice.
Okay, you guys. Cook, yeah, are you ready, dude?
Yeah.
Um, I just kind of keep them up on the edge of the skillet. I usually end up with a less cooked end, but when I flip it, I'll make sure to like rotate that side so that at least one side is mostly cooked. Um, Sometimes I'll miss. It's okay. You just try again. Don't mind my rickety skillet. I'm pretty sure I ran this one over at some point, so it might not sit evenly. We got extra tortilla that we'll just off to the side. Give these bad boys a minute. I'm gonna crank the heat up. And this next move, I don't know. I see chefs and my dad and my mom and my sister do it all the time, where they like just grab something really hot, very briefly, don't burn themselves. Time I do it, people look at me like I'm a crazy person. uh, this may be an advanced quad move. Um, Smaller tortillas are hard. Bigger flour tortillas are a lot easier to keep like a side hanging over the edge and grab it with your hand and flip it. But these bad boys get hot, especially if you want them cooked right. You want them to be yummy. Um, and it's a little warm. Burn the tippies of my fingers sometimes. Not gonna do that today, and it's gonna be all Gucci. Show you guys how I do it. And I know it seems crazy. I swear I'm not like holding my face over the burner like, like um, it's warm, but it's an electric burner, so we're not dealing with any flames here. I'm not feeling like overwhelming heat coming up towards me. My burner is still set to low right now, so I have extra time to heat up rather than setting it super hot and racing to finish because I have no reason to. While these are doing their thing, I need to get another spoon to scoop my avocado since I dropped the other one. You guys just missed that, but I dropped another spoon. But I caught it with my forearm on the counter.
Nice.
It was a cool ninja move. So props to me. Corn tortillas. You switch over to the cook cam. corn tortillas, when they start to cook and lose moisture, the edges will start to curl up a little bit. That's how you kind of know they're getting to where they're ready to flip. And I just grabbed the cool edge, and bing, there you go. Now that only made it halfway on, and it kind of folded. So pardon me. I don't want to have his runny nose on the camera again. Let me use my tissue. And that move right there, I had to get it out of the pan. So I just used the tips of my fingers to kind of flip it out of the skillet. And, that's all good. There's one. Turn it. Grab the cool edge. Flip it. Just kind of gently smack it to where you want it to go. I mean, it's hot, but it's not hot enough to burn the back of my hands or anything. How do I know that? Experience and awareness. It takes time too. You gotta burn yourself a couple of times to get this skilled. Unfortunately, but bam, they're all flipped. They're steaming. They're looking good. We'll give them another minute, just like that, and then we'll transfer those bad boys over and make a couple freaking tacos.
Awesome, man.
All these finished.
It,
Let me get a sip of my White Claw. Since I'm sure it's
nice.
probably super warm.
And
But
shout out Rachel. She just cooked for the first time in 14 years last week.
yo,
So,
Rachel, you inspired me, dude. That is freaking awesome. I waited until 15 or 16 years after my injury to start cooking too. So I am so stoked to hear about another quad out there is not even coming a little late. Because it's no issue, it's we all gonna start somewhere. And I was fortunate enough to have awesome chefs cooking me up yummy food all the time when I was living at home. I didn't really have a need to do this until I moved out. Now, I did start a couple of years before I moved out because I wanted to make sure I by the time I got but it took time. It took a lot of time. It took years. It took more time than I even realized it would. And it still does. I'm still learning every day, every time I cook.
yeah, man, I haven't done much cooking personally. I mean, heating things up, oatmeal, little stuff like that. But I haven't like made tacos before or anything like that. So,
Well, that's the next show, dude. I'm gonna be the one mixing.
yeah. Yeah, Peter, cooking you can handle, but the dishes, uh, I know for sure I would not be down for the dishes afterwards.
Honestly,
uh,
right?
oh, Rachel, nice. It was eggs. Yeah, I think
Uh,
eggs seem like like probably a good, base point because
oh,
that's still
oh,
takes some skills.
eggs are tricky because it's kind of liquid solid that you're starting with at first, and
Yeah.
honestly, cracking an egg can be one of the toughest things to master quad hand. But that was one of my first two scrambled eggs. So heck yeah, dope starting point. I started there, and it was a little harder than I anticipated versus some of the other things I did, later on. So something to consider. But I love me some breakfast, so I think it can be a good starting point. Just don't be afraid to make a mess. That's probably the biggest thing. I just got like wet, runny egg all over me the first couple times I tried to cook eggs, and I think it was for brownies or something, which we're doing dessert next. So stay tuned for that. So I just pulled these off the heat for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the burner because they're starting to get bubbly and good to go. So they are good to go. Burner is off. so we're good. I'm gonna grab a plate and toss these tortillas over to a plate. I can show my little cooking station that I have set up right here. It's just a fold-out table. I'm gonna make a video unfolding and setting up because that's a quadcast all of itself. I have to do the BTS for the show one day, dude. Um, but I have a table that has a laptop on it so you guys can be closer and get a good view of the kitchen space. And I just have like the front of the table set up for my little food prep area. Now I'm gonna actually bend the camera down and show you guys in just a second all that. But let me grab these tortillas. Now this is probably the most dangerous part of it because these bad boys are hot. You also don't want to burn yourself on the pan. But you're also racing against time because the longer you let them cool down in the pan, the stiffer they're going to be. And I don't really like crunchy tortillas. I maybe kept them in there a little too long, but that's okay. So that is the tortilla pan done. You can switch over to the big can for a second, Shawn. I'm just gonna take this pivot 180 degrees and get it right here in my sink. I forgot my caregiver dropped off some water bottles, so give me a second. And move this and create some space. And if you want to get guns like me and Shawn, where you can pick up a 20-pound bag of water with one arm, you need to check out fitness, check out what's the name of Bobby's fitness.
Bobby's is staying driven fitness.
Urban fitness. And yeah, the only way that comes is time and experience. So get some motivation to start working, baby.
Quad Life says you deserve a beer on him after this.
For sure, man.
Una cervezas, por favor.
Quad Life, I'll meet up with you online and do some gaming stuff, dude. So slide into my DM sometime, dude. And remind me, because I'd be forgetting. But also, trying to remember to message you on PlayStation or something because I usually play with my homie. It's like 1 or 2 nights a week. But we should get on some quad gaming together, man. I'm looking for another quad to kick it with, and I know you messaged me about that before. Just be so dog easy sometimes. Okay. So we got the tortillas right here. We're good to go. We're gonna scoop the avocado in just a second, but we're missing. That's to get the chicken over here. And it's been sitting off the burner for a while. I'm gonna check and make sure it's cool enough to sit on the table. But I'm just gonna bring the skillet over here so I can scoop right out of it. Because I'm gonna tap away from that skillet after the show when I put all this stuff away. So we're just gonna rock that for now. Let me get a spoon and scoop this. I grabbed a spoon, didn't I? Yes, I did. I left it over. Okay. And then the chicken is, I pushed it to the back burner, which is off. Again, it's the slap method. And just kind of slap it. Usually there's burners you can, or not burners, pans. You can find them with a little hole on the end of the handle right here. That's usually for a hook or something to hang your pans in your kitchen versus storing them, usually like I do. Now, that can be an advantage to a quad. If I need to slide the pan closer to me, I can just hook my finger in the little hole on the end of the handle, which I know is super, super cool, and then just pull it towards myself. And I'm good to go. Now, this is cool. Now it's not hot at all on the bottom. I'm just going to grab this with my elbow. I don't know if you guys can see the grab, the elbow
Kind of,
grab.
yeah, I can see it.
And then just carry this stuff over to the table.
Yeah, Tom's got that elbow grab.
Bam. Now, let me
Nice, man.
grab a paper towel real quick. And I'm going to adjust my camera so you can see
All right.
where I'm working, how I'm working.
Uh,
Right, Shawn.
yo.
Try to not go too low. Guide me a little.
There you go. That's probably pretty good. Got a good view of the table there now.
The madness.
I was gonna say, if you're not gonna be using the stove anymore, you might want to move that cam over so you get a little better audio again. If you,
Yeah, heck yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
the drum roll.
Don't forget, we got some rice over here too. Keep it warm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's pretty plain white rice. Usually I will like smoky turmeric in there, some salt, some seasoning, uh, like flavor it up a little. A really cool trick, a lot of people don't realize is certain brands like Zatarain's Rice-A-Roni, boxed rice, especially rice, you can do in a rice cooker too. I've done it in rice cooker. Add the rice, add the ingredients, add the appropriate amount of water, and maybe like a can of diced tomatoes or something, and just hit it like I would normally. What you may have to do is stir in the middle, mix up the ingredients and stuff. But for all intents and purposes, you're boiling the rice just like you would be on the skillet in a deep saucepan. Um, and you don't necessarily have to do that. It's kind of a trick that me and my sister what just tried out, and it ended up being kind of solid. So, for something like Spanish rice or something a little, don't be afraid to mix it up. Or if you got a box rice cooker, give it a go, give it a shot. The idea is to make sure you have like a good base. You want to make sure you have the can of diced tomatoes and stuff, or something like Spanish rice. The extra water in there, the tomatoes will help it just cook a little bit more consistently. It'll be super yummy afterwards. I've just done it before without like the diced tomatoes, so mindful of. Yeah, let me set the phone over here so I'm not muffling the audio with my tummy. You guys. So next thing is the avocado. We're gonna scoop this bad boy. Now I keep grabbing a spoon and then dropping it or setting it down somewhere. I forget where I put it. Did I set it on the table?
I don't remember.
Oh, on my lap, just tucked under my
Okay.
shirt. All right. Now this is palm the avocado. I palm it, rest it right against my belly. Take my spoon, and you just scoop. Bam. And right onto the plate.
Nice
And
move.
you can see, because I cut it before, it all kind of comes segmented and easy, ready to go.
That's yeah,
Um,
that's awesome.
it's easier than trying to like scoop it out of there without it being cut because that's just impossible. Also, it just helps you kind of portion it for your tacos. Don't mind my tissues. Just making sure I don't have any readies. Now that's probably enough avocado for my taco or tacos, but I'm gonna use this whole half and not let any go to waste. So just bear with me for a second. You guys see me hanging over my armrest a lot to give you guys like a good shot. That's what I'm doing when I lean over. Is I'm putting my weight on my armrest right here. It's black, so it's kind of invisible against my clothes. But that is my little countertop shelf that gives me leverage and stability when I need it. So don't be afraid to use your chair or whatever else you have with you.
Yeah, I do that all the time with leaning in, either using my grab bars to hold or leaning into them.
Almost done, you guys. So there's half an
You got
avocado
you
cut,
got a piece
pressed.
stuck to your.
Oh,
Oh, it
nice.
fell. I was gonna say there was a piece stuck on your hand.
That's a little
Nice.
flavor savers, as my dad likes to say. Uh, and there you go, empty avocado half. Uh,
Nice. Well
Usually
done.
I'll slice and dice both halves at the same time. I was just trying to be mindful of our time today. And if I have extra, I'll just toss it in a Tupperware with a little salsa and a little sour cream, and just make a little block, ready to go. All right.
Nice.
So now we got our accoutrement, all the pieces ready to go. Let me move the arroz out of the way. Um, I'm also missing kind of my main cooking tool. I don't know why I didn't grab it, but I'm going to right now. Is my lap surface. It's just a little 13-inch cutting board I got off Amazon, and it's super easy to use, and works good for me. And let's do this. I'm gonna make the tacos real quick, and actually, I'm gonna do a lower so you guys can maybe see. Shawn, can you maybe move your face? Not your face, but your
Oh
little
yeah, yeah.
window.
Hold on. I'll do it so
So that
the.
I can have that area.
Yeah, you're good. I'll just make it.
And this is just delicate working. Um, got a spoon. These are street tacos, so we're not going fancy or crazy. We're not doing like big tacos. The reason I like street tacos maybe over hard shell tacos is they, first of all, are better. Um, Depending. Um, also, I always crack like hard shell tacos when I try to do them myself. So that's no good. And yeah, no, they're just a little harder to pick up and wield, especially for the untrained quad. Street tacos are just a little smaller. There's some give with the flexibility of the taco, which I've found like just makes it a little easier to manipulate and handle. Now I got. I'm not gonna make all three. I'm just gonna make one and eat it right here in front of you guys because I'm hungry and I need a taco. Um, Street tacos. So my plan was, and we're not gonna get to it because it's already 5:40. Um, Usually on a street taco, I'll like some diced or minced garlic, not garlic, onion on there. A little onion, a little cilantro. Not the biggest fan of cilantro, but when it's on a street taco, I like it. Um, I'm doing the white people version, so don't judge me out there too much. Um, I don't have time to chop up an onion. That's a really tough one. It takes a long time. I'm gonna maybe save it for a video. Um,
Yeah, that's a good video.
but hang on 1 second, you guys. Just gotta grab something.
All right. Yeah, I don't really like onions anyways, so if I was over,
I mean, normal like traditional street taco is like chicken or steak, carne asada, or pork, whatever the meat is. Then a little bit of onion, cilantro, and some salsa. I am gonna do avocado salsa and low sour cream because that's how I like my tacos. On top of the chicken, and then maybe a little cheese too. Um, my Nobody screenshot this or freeze frame. I gotta use my teeth to unscrew this bad boy. It's just the way you gotta do it. I bought this fresh. It comes with like a little seal in it. Um, be mindful. I might fling some sour cream. I'm gonna try not to, but these are tough. Oh, we're good.
I think you got a little bit on your shirt. It's all right. It looks like you just had a
Ah,
baby throw
sorry, shirt.
I'm sure that's a lot better than I would have done.
I'm just making
Uh,
shirts. Like I said, this is a dirty job, and we're not in it to stay clean. We're in it to make some good food. So, I really recommend the squeeze bottle sour cream. Why? I don't know. It's just easier. Um, the Tupperware container is harder, and it's extra pieces. It's like a removable lid that you risk dropping and stuff. This way, this just flips open. You're good to go. You flip it closed. You're done. You don't have to worry about anything else.
nicely done, man.
I'm about to sabotage this whole thing and knock my beautiful taco off the table. Let me be careful and not do that. Just gonna grab the cheese. Cover those. Now, how do you open these things? I don't know. Oh, I use my teeth. That's how.
That's
Um,
pretty much the way. Yeah, that's the way any of us quads would do it. The para's got a little advantage on that stuff for sure.
And so there you go. Um, got your trash. It's my protein adhesives. Try not to drop cheese everywhere. And I still kind of
Nice.
made it, but that's okay. And then zipper. Now, obviously, I'd make a couple of these probably, and then zip it up. But I'm gonna just demonstrate how I zip it up, and I just jam it against my chin. I try to line up the zippers, and I just mash it against my face. Um, I can mash it between my two hands too. I've just found that it can be a little bit harder finding the zipper that way. Um, yeah, I don't know, like to each their own. But then, yeah, you just kind of go down the line and make sure it all snaps. And there we go. Now, last but certainly not least for our taco is a little salsa. Now, you'd be like, damn, Tom, I just saw you cook for the last 2 hours plus, and you have one street taco in front of you. Name of the game, baby. Obviously, I have a lot of prepared food. I have all the components, all the pieces, all the accoutrements. Tacos can be tough, just out of the tedium of so much small movement and fine motor control and so many tedious things in order for a little taco. Now I'm gonna make a couple of these bad boys. I just am worried about our time and wrapping up the show, so I just want to get one done. But I can also I got a bag of chips right here over my shoulder because I love me to make some nachos, and that's easier to make a bigger plate of food. Prepare this stuff a little easier. Just toss it all on one plate. You don't have to sit there and build tacos. Obviously, the building taco part can be kind of tough at the end of all that cooking. But the point is, I have a pound of cooked chicken that's marinated, flavorful, yummy, delicious. I got all the other pieces relatively put together, ready to go. And if I want to, make this over the next couple of days, make some quick tacos, I don't have to take all the time of cooking the chicken and doing eliminating some of these steps. Because I did my meal prep now, and that's kind of the name of the game is preparation. Prepare yourself for your life. Now, let me get this uh, salsa.
Yeah, you got to get the salsa, and you got to at least take a bite of the taco before we close the show. So,
That's the last piece of this puzzle is how do you pick up a taco? And I'm not gonna just pick it up, but I'm gonna pick it up with one hand because you're not a pro quad until you can one hand a taco. Everybody out there that knows, baby. Let me just grab a paper towel real quick so I don't make a mess.
all right, man. Uh,
I'm always worried about spilling some saucy and not being prepared.
you a gangster. Tom is a gangster. He's got some pretty high level quad skills.
Now I promise anybody out there could do this. And
Yeah,
I
it
know
just takes that time and practice and
I
work.
know you guys are thinking bullshit. There's no way. But I promise. I promise you can if you have a mind to. And there's lots of ways to trim down these processes, cook food that is, for lack of a better term, a little bit more quad friendly. Maybe not for eating, but just for preparing. Okay, now I got my salsa. Got it open. And we're just gonna
Go for the pour.
go for the pour. Now, this could really ruin the taco or make it. I'm a little salsa heavy, but that looks not too shabby.
Uh, that does look like a messy taco to eat for a quad with all that avocado, sour cream, and salsa in there.
Well, first of all,
It should
it's not
squirting out
good.
everywhere.
If it's
My
it's
my,
not
my
good. If
taco
it's
would, yeah. Uh,
not,
my
but I'll show you. I'll tell you what. I mean, this is how you do it. First off, let me show off the taco up close.
I should change
Am I-
trade
Do
trade
you,
the
do you, do you guys still have
cook.
me? I just closed the cook cam for a second.
Oh, it did freeze
Can you hear me
actually. I
still?
don't know. I hear you, yeah, but the video
Okay.
froze.
Well, let me just hang up and reconnect.
All right. Just give us a second here. Barbara, yeah, fade to black. We're almost there. There we go.
Okay, we're good. Okay. So there it is. Yummy taco. Now, again, it's not the prettiest in the world, prettiest taco in the world, but I guarantee it is super duper tasty. And I'm gonna show you how I pick it up. So you can switch it on back to the regular cam. I'm gonna set this one down. So we still have the audio. I still sound okay, right?
Yep, audio's still good.
Yeah. And this is just Tina Deese's skills. I don't know how else to do this other than just practice. I usually use two hands to kind of guide it into where I need to. I just pinch it with my front two fingers and my thumb. You can't really see the back of my hand, but then the back of your hand is gonna get a little messy because I kind of shove the taco back there. But what it does is when I take a bite, it just prevents all the shit from falling out of the back of the taco,
Yep,
which can be a pain in the
I do
ass.
that
And
too.
sometimes it still happens. So pardon my messy bite that I'm about to take, but I worked hard for this taco, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, man, enjoy that thing. Couple hours worth of taco. I'm hungry, I can tell you that. And I didn't do all that work. Uh, Peter wants to know if you deliver. Ben asked earlier too, but I don't think. We're working on that. Lift to roll, Tom delivery.
After all that work, hell no.
Uh,
But it's really yummy. It's not super warm now. Obviously, the chicken's cooled down a little bit now. It's my biggest struggle with cooking, unless I'm taking it out of the oven, which we're gonna go over. But those are just like some super advanced stuff. Um, taking something out of an oven while it's 400 degrees and shit like that. Um, it can be hard to get a hot meal. Like I don't know what else to say. Um, like when I make this, in a little while, I'll probably pop it in the microwave, heat the stuff back up again. I'm gonna toss some rice on the plate. That was the other thing I didn't really scoop out of the rice cooker, which I can still do real quick if anybody wants to see it. But that's kind of the most frustrating part of this for me is I usually end up with cold food, just because it takes me so long to prepare stuff like this. Obviously, when I'm talking, it's a little bit more intense. Uh, I'm not moving as quickly as I would if I wasn't like trying to show off to an audience. But
yeah,
hey, my laptop is on low power, and I don't want it to die before we wrap up the show. So trust that the rice is tasty. I'll record how I scoop it out of there. I'm gonna take another bite of this taco. I'm gonna make a couple more after this too before I gotta clean up all this stuff. Which is probably gonna take another hour or two. But it's all good. It's just the name of the game.
hey, at
Part of the
least for the
fun.
cleanup, you'll have been fed already, and you'll be after you eat some tacos. So at least
Exactly.
that part will be a little better. Uh, but enjoy that taco, man. Take your time, bro. You don't gotta rush it down. It's all good.
No, the tortilla got a little hard while I was waiting, so I was just making sure I could bite through the damn
Oh, nice. We got Luis in the house too. I know Luis loves himself some tacos. He even has a shirt that says so much. uh,
But yo, that's it, you guys. Um, appreciate you hanging with a long one today. I didn't know how long this was gonna take, but I wanted to, show like a real meal, um, and something a little bit more advanced than soup and grilled cheese, because sometimes we like to, eat some real stuff. Not that that isn't real, but it's just a little bit more technical, some moving pieces, and appreciate you guys hanging through for this 2 hour plus episode. And yeah, anything to add, Shawn? Any last little?
no, I mean that was cool. Yeah, like we're gonna try to do some more of this kind of thing.
We like to do
Not
the
only
cooking
have
stuff
Tom, but some other
afterwards.
quad cooks and stuff. So
Yeah,
we're trying to get Bobby on
we're,
his barbecue as well. Um,
we're obviously
but
working on the
yeah,
format. We're trying
and
to
yeah,
figure out how to streamline this. It's like prep for the show, then the show, and then clean up for the show is like seriously like a 7 or 8 hour process. Um, so it's just a little bit of time, and it's different than the other shows. So we're working on trying to make these a little bit more streamlined, a little bit, smoother, but we also want to show it how it is. I mean, this is a reality. Like, this is cooking. This is how I do it. And I don't want to like beat around the bush and, like show half steps, because that's just going to
yeah,
sabotage you guys when you go to try it yourself. And this is, supposed to be helpful. So tell you what, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to comment on the video. Make sure to like it. Also, if you guys want to see desserts or any other kind of stuff, let us know what you want to see. We're got barbecue in the works. We got some other stuff in the works, but I don't know. Me and Shawn love this kind of content, and we want to keep doing more of it. So that's what we're gonna keep working towards. And yeah, let us know if you guys like it, and we'll work on some more cooler stuff. We'll get Shawn in the kitchen. I'll be his, chef. He'll be my soup,
yeah,
and we'll get it going.
yeah. That might be fun to do too. Try to do one of those. All right, guys. So, real quick before we end up here, too, just want to shout out our sponsors one last time, Mobility Professionals. Thank you, guys, Urology Professionals. Once again, Mobility Professionals is, for your seating stuff, any mobility devices you guys might need, and that's more Southern California based. But Urology Professionals is national based. If you need catheter supplies, all the information is down in the description below. Definitely contact them, and they'll make things easy for you. And they're awesome people. So shout them out. Thank you guys. We appreciate you. And thank you all the people in the chat. Thank you that's watching. We wouldn't be doing this without you guys, and we hope it helped. Like Tom says, it took a while, but that's because we're trying to show the real life facts of this stuff. This is what it takes for Tom to cook a meal. So, it's just the
Yeah,
real
no,
life
this is
about
it.
it.
No editing. No, like short steps taken. In fact, it's fewer steps because I got out the rice cooker, I got the skillets, I got everything out and prepared a lot of this stuff beforehand, and just showed the cooking. So, this is real stuff, but I also think it's meaningful and healthy and good for you to do, even from a chair. So, if you're in the mind to get out and do a little cooking, I really incentivize you to do so. Check out our other video. We'll have some more coming up, and don't hesitate to reach out personally too. If you have any questions I didn't cover, any kind of other stuff to ask, always happy to talk.
Yep, for sure.
So
And anything cooking or anything life wise, feel free to reach out to us. We're always here and welcome that stuff. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We'll be back for another episode every Tuesday, 3:30, and we appreciate you guys joining us. Live to roll, everybody, and we'll see you next week.